we're back. Welcome back to Bad Advice, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
We're starting the show new. No one will know that happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, only the people on the wall.
Oh, well,
All right,
okay,
let's start
everybody.
again.
No,
I quit.
Come on.
But we know what happened.
A technological hiccup, but we are moving on.
We started fresh.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. It's a new episode of Bad Advice. I'm your host, Drew Marks. We have Marie Del Preti with us. We have a first-timer. That was awesome. That's what you held on to. Okay,
It's
good.
The Pez.
Terry Joyce is here, a first-timer on Bad Advice. Welcome, Terry. Emery's here.
Hi, I'm Emery.
And Sal Rodriguez.
Hello, good afternoon.
Who's Sal? I have to apologize.
Yes.
I always joked that I thought you were Mexican
Yes.
because I actually believed you were Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
So that was why I thought it was funny when I told him he
What
was
is it?
Mexican.
He's really Mexican?
He's actually
No,
Mexican.
No,
Yeah.
Colombian.
Hola,
Well,
hola.
It is good to fill in for Joey Medina today, though. I'm happy to be here.
We like to have an actual Mexican because it's LA. It's the law. We have to have at least one.
It is. Or,
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will hear from our attorneys.
Yeah. Now, if you are new to Bad Advice,
Which are all Jews.
if you're new to Bad Advice, you can follow along on the website at thebadadvicepodcast.com. You can follow us on Twitter at Drew's Bad Advice. We have a Facebook page. And if you're following along live, just hit the live tab and you can type along with the show. I want to welcome our live guests. We have Nikki here today. We have, I'm sure Trevor's here. Well, Jamie, everybody.
Is this like Romper Room where you say everybody's name through a looking glass? Is that what this is?
Just the ones that
I'm
are
being
playing.
nicer,
and
and you're
Mark
being
and
meaner
Marie
today.
and Tom. I see
Brayden.
Larry.
Listen, I didn't get any
Jenny,
sleep last night, so let's just try and get
Oh,
through this show.
yeah, no sleep. You know what that means.
Yeah.
And
Bow,
Donald
wow. New girlfriend.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you know what? I'm not even going to deny it anymore, okay? Yes, but anyone who thinks that's going to change me is
No.
completely right.
You're anorexic
No,
now.
None of
Well,
us have
sex.
any doubts about the fact that you will remain in this relationship fails. We know this will not change you.
Yeah, no.
We're all getting fatter and you're getting skinnier. What's happening?
I
I'm
told
losing
you.
weight too. You shut up.
I'm not getting any smarter. I get dumber by the day, so I at least have to try
Yay,
and
me
look
too.
good.
No, I'm like,
No, it's true.
Well, studies show that when you have sex, you lose weight. Sex
that true?
makes you lose weight.
Well, it's an activity, dude.
Okay, before we launch into the actual show, I will pose this question.
yes.
Because you know I don't do relationships generally, so I have no, like,
Yeah, yeah.
I have no frame of reference.
If the
for
bitch
this.
is four-legged, you do relationships.
Yes, I do love animals.
Stupid.
But, okay, she calls me and she's like, she's sick. She's coming down with the flu.
Oh.
But she wanted a cuddle.
Matzo ball soup. Bring it
That's
to her.
what I said.
Right.
Okay, fine. I'll be the good boyfriend. You can come over and cuddle. But then
With the flu?
she immediately comes over
Wait.
and we're cuddling. I'm like, all right, I just had a flu shot because I'm going to Thailand. I
That's
should be
not-
all right.
That doesn't mean
That's
you're
Thai
not going
flu.
to get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
Asian. So it's
Yeah.
all the same.
Yeah, you're infecting us right now.
No,
you
I'm not.
dick.
I'm
Yeah,
fine.
she's
I'm
probably
not
got
sick.
that bird
I'll talk
flu
to you in a
shit.
week.
Yeah.
But I'm trying. I don't know what it means to be a good boyfriend. So we're laying in bed, and then she's like, "I'm really excited." I'm like, "I gotta have sex. I now have to have sex
Fluids?
with a sick girl."
Oh my
No.
God.
Have to.
no.
Shut up.
You should have been in a hazmat suit. Like you can't have sex
I dated a
with
girl for
fluids.
5 years that had AIDS. Fuck off.
Oh my God.
I really did. I was in a long-term relationship with an HIV positive.
See, I'd have to
woman.
insist on separate residences.
Yeah, well.
Now, wait, you can joke about the flu, but not HIV.
Yeah, right?
Oh, no,
Well,
we
wait
can
a
joke
minute.
about it.
Did
I'm
you
not
make-
getting.
But how
Did you
sick
make
was
a-
she, though?
yeah,
I mean, it seems like she was sick, but not that sick. I mean, there's that in
She's
between
sick, but
sick where you're
incredibly
like,
horny. It's
I
like,
might like to have sex sick still. you know?
This is encouraging because I was just talking to a girlfriend the other day who said when she's sick, she doesn't feel like being sexual. Now, every guy at this table right now is going, huh? What? I don't understand. Is that
No,
not
I'll
true?
I'll be sexual. I don't want to have sex, but I'll just watch a hell of a lot of porn.
Well, I think women
Huh.
do want to be sexual sometimes when they're
Absolutely.
sick.
Yeah, you know why,
I
though?
think because they
Because you're
they-
relaxed.
they-
You're weak.
No, that's not why. I don't think that. Did you ever see the movie It Follows?
So now I know you're a switch.
It's not a good movie, but the way the movie It
Follows?
Follows works
It follows.
is this like demonic spirit like is after you, and the only way you can get it to stop wanting to kill you is to
Screw somebody?
get it. Yeah, screw somebody, and then it goes after them.
What is that, oral sex too, or just vaginal or anal?
I didn't pay that much
Does
attention
a hand
to the
job
movie.
count?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
hand job, no way. Spirit, no evil spirit is moving along for a hand job.
Some
'Cause I'm not-
Some Terry finds some really lucky homeless guy. You know, I'm gonna end this goddamn movie. Come here.
Hand jobs should be illegal. That's
Here's a
okay.
buck.
No guns, no hand jobs, because
Hand jobs are the worst. They're the worst.
Hand jobs are like,
I don't think so.
Of course you don't think so. You don't have a cock.
right, you're not a guy. No guy is ever thinking, I wish a girl would give me a hand job. Like,
No,
Really?
in
Not
fact,
even
every
when
guy
you-
is thinking, move on to the mouth, woman.
Wait,
Yeah.
when you were like 14 or 15, you weren't thinking that? You
I'm
weren't-
not 14 or 15 anymore.
yeah.
He's
First
a
of
grown-ass
all-
man, dog.
First of all, you shouldn't
mean
be
you don't-
discussing this with any 14-year-olds, Marie.
Yeah.
Well, no, just get back
That's
to
like
you.
asking me, why don't you still like Similac?
Or
Because I'm
ha-
not a fucking infant.
How about heavy petting? Do you still like that? Like, you know, the rubbing?
Yeah, yeah.
Sure,
Just
everyone
do
likes
you
that.
still like foreplay?
Yes,
foreplay.
I
Is
do.
that
I
is
still
that
like
important?
foreplay.
Do you?
I
Do
don't
I mean,
know.
I don't
I hope
know.
you're hitting on me,
That's
Terry Joyce. That's
He
what I want
bangs
to be happening.
Jesus' face.
Oh.
Foreplay is fine because foreplay is leading to the next thing.
right, right.
It's
But
a means to
right.
an
A
end.
So does
hand
a
job
hand
is like
job.
that is so insulting for a woman to do to a guy because all she's saying is like, here's another thing I just don't think you can do right.
No, listen. It's a warm up. You're not gonna finish with that. That's not your big finisher. That's
Okay,
just
let's
your
be
opener.
clear.
Well, to
Let's
some
be
people
clear.
it can.
That's-
be.
Yeah.
The idea that that's all you're getting is what we're complaining about.
Yes.
Just to be
I
very
get it.
clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'll
Yeah.
give you a hand job, but just
Yeah.
leave me
Right.
alone. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like one of
'Cause
those kind of
no
things.
woman has ever really given a hand job while she's even looking at it. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, you're off to the side. Like, it
That'd
could
be
be
a good
you or the neighbor or, you know.
You do the hand job with one hand, text with the other.
Yes.
That's what you do.
That would
You
have been
can
a
vote
good,
for American Idol while giving you a hand job. Okay.
That would have been a good alternate to Cosby. Like, you know, don't rape me, but I'll just give you a hand job.
Yeah.
And just walk
I don't
away.
think that happens when you're zonked out. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I could do a lot when I'm tired.
Give me her limp hand. Give me that limp hand.
That's like the stroke version of drugging someone. I'm only going to get the left side. You know?
Imagine somebody's grasping somebody's limp hand and putting it around your dick and then squeezing the hand to grab your dick. Could you imagine that?
Wow, you went
By
too
the way,
far.
I will answer. Nikki, Gary, we have to answer one of our listeners. Gary is not here every week.
Oh.
You can't have a black guy on the show every week.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
right. Was he complaining that we didn't have a black
we have
guy?
a Mexican.
We have a
Yeah.
Mexican. It's
Yeah,
like
that's the same
right.
thing.
Black guy light.
it's
Yeah.
no, it's a black guy
And
that
two-
actually
and
works.
two women.
Oh.
What?
What? What
Who
did you
said
say?
that?
Oh. The
Stop
host
it.
went too far.
Unbelievable. The Jew is out of control.
Yeah, the Jew is out of
Yes, it's true.
control.
Open mouth Jesus is crying right now.
I mean, well, for
That's
many
not really-
reasons.
That's
Open
because there's
mouth
another hole
Jesus.
behind him.
Open mouth's
Oh
like
my
punched
gosh.
in.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, listen, bad advice. Make sure you go to the website, get one of our bad advice shirts. They're only $10. Send in a picture of yourself in the shirt. We'll put it on the website. It's time to get started.
Yay.
Let's go with our first segment. We're going to do some crazy people.
Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, you're definitely crazy.
There's
This
the
one
black guy.
comes
There's the
out-
black guy they were asking about.
That's it. who also what you see, but he also got in trouble for drugging women.
Yes, that's
did?
true. Gnarls Barkley.
Oh.
Yeah, he was accused of drugging women.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they
Man.
took him off The Voice.
I just now know for sure I'm never going to waste a roofie on Marie.
Why? This still works. It still works.
No thanks.
Stop slapping it.
No thanks. So does your ass.
Enough of
Oh.
her mouth will stay
Oh,
like
this is
working
disgusting.
just to
Move
nag you.
on.
All right, here we go.
true.
Our
What a
first
blow-up
story
doll.
comes out of Pennsylvania. Richard Clem has a bit of a stinky situation. His wife filed a lawsuit last month against their former employer who allegedly fired him for farting too much.
Oh.
Yeah. This 70-year-old man and his wife, Luann, of course, both worked at Case Pork Roll Company of Trenton, New Jersey. He was fired in February for supposedly having too much flatulence.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it's sad. But at the time of his hire, it seems Clem weighed about 420 pounds.
Well, dude.
He then underwent gastric bypass surgery to get rid of his excess belly fat. However, that surgery, after he lost that weight, he lost 110 pounds.
Why are you
but
looking
it-
at me while you're saying this? Why are you looking at me?
Inspiration. After he had the surgery and he lost the weight, he became very gassy and apparently also had bad diarrhea, and people in the office were complaining, so he got fired.
I mean, did he seek an attorney? Is he getting unemployment?
Well, actually, that's where it gets interesting. His lawyer said that his client suffers from obesity, which is actually covered by the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Right. Right.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's got a case. He's going to win.
Yeah, you can't fire somebody for blowing it out. I
That's
mean,
right.
like, you know.
Especially when it was a medical condition.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It would be like if you had HIV.
How is that fair, though? I mean, do you think? Okay, I'm not arguing that. You know,
You think
There's
that
a law.
obesity is not really particularly a disease, that it's within the individual? Is that what you're saying?
it's a
That they
choice.
Have,
Some
they have a
cases.
choice to
In
eat or not to eat?
Some cases.
Yes.
Not in
Eat
some people
Baskin
have
Robbins.
glandular problems.
Yeah.
I
Stop
also
looking at
know-
me.
He's not looking, he's pointing right
I
at
was
you.
touching. I was touching. But no, look. No one is saying that some people don't have, a disease with it or issues. Certainly, but just like some people have problems with depression. But not everybody who is taking antidepressants has that problem, and not everybody who is overweight has a glandular problem. Some
Right.
people just fucking eat too much.
And
They have an
s-
addiction,
and
basically.
the big
so
bones
it's like
issue. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
How
yeah,
big
no
are
one
these-
has big
How
fleshy
big are
bones.
these bones? Are they like
Yes.
Jurassic?
Exactly.
I'm big boned it. I'm big boned it.
You big bones?
You're big boned it.
I'm big boned it.
You're stocky.
I don't think
Wow.
you're overweight.
That's
I
like
don't- I mean,
Rubenesque. Am I like Rubenesque?
yeah,
Here's
like,
the thing, Sal.
Zostic. That's a terrible thing.
But Sal, you were also like an MMA fighter. Here's the thing. I've seen you when you were in shape. If you were actually working out and eating correctly,
Yeah.
you would not be heavy
That's true.
at all.
That's true. I do have the burden of being Mexican, though. That's like, that increases.
yeah, the food is very, very fattening.
Yeah.
I love Mexican food.
Really?
That's my favorite. Yeah.
All I'm saying is for advice for
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
Now, do you have advice? You can have advice for his coworkers. We can have advice for him, for his wife.
I have
First of all,
advice.
stop working at a pork company.
Well,
Okay.
it's funny that they're all like judgy at a pork company.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean? But I saw this thing on television that you can put. I think you put it in your underwear or whatever.
It's like a
But-
stick up.
Yeah,
This is a
like
good
the
place for a
gas
stick up.
comes out and then it smells
She's
like
doing it again.
lavender.
What's she
Giving
doing?
good advice.
Oh, she is doing.
Yeah. Not
I can't help it.
Well, you can
Oh,
easily
I'm sorry,
tweak
Marie.
that advice into bad advice by going,
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
the thing. Get your fellow employees excited by putting out a memo that this is what you're going to be doing. However, when you buy that little stick up for your underwear,
Yeah.
get like the Limburger cheese version. You
Or-
know, like
or-
something worse.
Or give them all. What is that called when you put the blanket over somebody's head?
A Dutch oven.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give
Dutch
them all
oven.
Dutch oven.
Ass
think
cheeks
that
over
was
your
their
head. That was the
complaint.
Dutch oven door.
It's a pretty small business that he works in.
Oh, so it was a Dutch oven.
Yeah, so I imagine that he was really stinking up the joint in a significant way.
But it's
I've
pork.
found
Pork smells.
I've found it here on the internet. You can see the.
Oh,
there- yeah.
nice.
So it's a little tiny.
Is it a
joint.
scratch? and
It looks like a
sniff?
cast.
It's up on the screen.
It's a classy
Oh, is it?
place.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Oh.
It's a
So-
little-
Oh.
So that's
Looks like a
that's
fart bag.
that's the little place he was working in.
I like the two cars in front parked face to face. What the hell is going? Were they robbing the place? What's going on here?
That's true. There's all those parking, and they didn't. Okay, but all right. Then before we move on, let's just give advice to his coworkers.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Right.
Yeah, everybody.
Right,
has-
you work in a pork place. Just start having group lunches with nothing but beans and pork
Yeah,
rinds.
pork rinds.
You're not going to be able to differentiate because I'm guessing not everyone else who works there, like he was the one obese guy.
Yeah.
You're working in a pork factory, okay? It's not like there's him and a bunch of people who look like they're in fantastic shape.
Right.
You would probably have a nightmare sharing a bathroom with this guy because you don't like.
Oh no, I'd have
poop.
killed him.
You know,
Yeah,
maybe he
'cause
should
he has
just
the
get a
poop
job
issue.
where, you know, like creating, you know, what methane from farting is
Oh,
actually
yeah.
something that they can use for energy.
Yeah.
You know, like he just doesn't
She's
have
so
the right.
fucking green. This
doesn't
girl.
have the right career.
No.
Terry Joyce is all about the goddamn planet.
That is
I
good
like
for
it.
the environment. Yeah.
This guy, he's a methane factory. Do you know what one of the main causes of the ozone depletion is?
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking methane.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, so he's
here's
killing-
my advice.
Uh-oh.
Kill yourself
Wow.
for the planet.
Wow.
You piece of shit.
But if
You
he's not
fat
willing to do
bag
that,
of murderous dickhead, kill yourself.
How did we get so angry?
Emery likes to start off.
Well,
Sorry, I go
technically,
that
he is a burden to the
Environment.
the environment of everybody else.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
but my
either he
kid's
needs to
gassy,
get his
too.
gas under control,
Kill your kids. Kill this guy.
There's a,
Sorry,
or
there's-
Marie.
I have
decide
two
what he can
alternatives.
do
I'm
for
sorry.
the betterment of the planet and stop being so damn greedy
Right?
and
Right,
eat
right,
better
right.
food and take some damn Beano. Come
Yeah,
on,
does
dude.
Beano work? Does
You,
that-
I don't know.
but
It
you guys
depends-
are
Whatever.
missing
It
the
depends
best.
on the cause of the gas. What are we missing?
You are missing. There's two ways that his coworkers can
Get
come
even,
out on
get it-
top here.
yeah.
Wow.
One, just say, listen, we're sorry we complained about you. We got you this nice candle as a present.
And it's a scented candle.
or
No,
insect?
it's not scented.
No?
He's blowing the guy up.
There, exactly.
Oh.
And he's
Candle in
got
the
it that
wind.
bad. Just here,
Is
this is
it
for you. And then
combustible?
everybody is like, run. That's all you have to do. Either that or find a way to make it actually like smoky, and then he's not going to be allowed to smoke in a work
Why
environment.
can't he just have
Oh,
his
right.
desk outside?
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Desk. Does he
Desk?
sit at a desk?
I don't know.
I'm
I think
imagining
this
him
is
as
a
some sort of
restaurant,
a
actually.
butcher. Is he like a butcher type?
What is this?
I think
place?
it's a barbecue joint.
Like the
Is
dude's
it?
70
sure.
years old, right? Shouldn't he be retired by now? I mean, like really, this is a
You're
great.
you're
now
never
he,
too
now,
old
now
to
he can
stink.
sue something to get some money out of it. I say he's got it on the good side.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe
why
they didn't
even
get-
care about going to
Maybe
work?
they just were looking for a reason to fire the one guy left working there who keeps drooling on the fucking food. Maybe that's the problem.
And they didn't want to have to buy him a watch because that guy had a huge fucking wrist. All right, next story. I actually love. Now you know I don't like religious stories.
Yeah.
I don't. But I'm torn on this one, and not just because it's my home state. Prior to attending mass on Sunday, Saint Margaret of Cortona Roman Catholic Church in Little Ferry, New Jersey, has Father Kevin Carter, who took an 8-year-old kid to the rectory room. This story is not what you think. All right.
Okay.
I'm listening.
But he made him stand against the wall, and he then pointed a working Civil War style musket at the child.
Oh, jeez.
Why did he do this? Well, it may have had to do something with the kid being a Cowboys fan. Apparently, there was a football that day, and this priest, like me, is a Giants fan, and he did not like that this kid was a Cowboys fan and that he was going to root for the Cowboys. So he pointed a gun at him.
And hold this picture of a mouthless Jesus.
Oh, that happened to me. Well, not a gun, but the nuns used to come after me with scissors to cut my hair.
What?
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what happened? Did they catch you and cut your hair?
No, they just cut a little bit, but like.
It's kind of hot in like a tawdry way.
Yeah,
I used to do a lot of bad things in Catholic school, though.
Really?
I believe this.
Yeah, so I kind of deserved it.
Did
but-
you wear a skirt, one of those plaid skirts?
Oh yeah, we rolled them up
Oh
to
my
like
God,
the
that's so hot.
the edge of our butt line.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any? You don't
No
have any pictures?
pictures.
Oh, God. Okay. Right now, I kind of want to be your husband.
I still have my skirt.
Do you wear it?
This
No.
is okay. This is a whole different story, and where no one's going to
Sorry,
concentrate.
sorry. Yes, yes. So yeah, the
Okay.
nuns are mean.
The
but
nuns
so
are
the
mean.
priests.
But the first of all, I don't support priests in general, but
he didn't shoot him.
he didn't shoot. No, and here's the thing: I hate the Cowboys. If that kid wants to, I'm fine if he shoots that kid.
That's a band. Oh no, a sports.
A band.
Oh my God, the New York Giants, the only football team that counts.
Got it. New York Giants.
You the two women. You're not a football fan at all, are you?
You know what? I have no emotional investment in
Me
any
neither.
football team
But you
whatsoever.
know what the New York
But I
Giants
mean,
versus the Chicago.
it's a party. If I go to a USC game or something like that, I will cheer for the group that I've joined and care
See,
for a
group.
moment.
She doesn't know.
That's what we have here.
So the Cowboys are from New York?
I'm just
Oh
Wow.
my God!
My God.
Dallas
they act like this is so
Cowboys.
smart of a conversation anyway.
You've never heard of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders?
Yes. Oh, Dallas. Okay.
As in Debbie Does, the video you and
Yeah.
your husband
Um,
met.
First
Isn't that
of
the one
all-
you broke your fingers over?
Oh no, it wasn't that. It was Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Spelled S-I-N.
Look,
Right?
what's some women's stuff? What's some women's stuff that you would expect that we know, and then we don't know, and you're gonna be like, oh, what's wrong with you guys? What are some women's stuff that's
How to clean up your own shit,
wow?
Okay, we're getting to the bottom of some problems here.
right? Wouldn't you say? Clean your
yeah,
shit
yeah,
up
yeah.
stuff.
This place looks pretty neat. And this is
Okay.
Emery's
Maybe I
There's a
place.
woman
should.
living
I guess
here.
I'm
Kinda
the
messy
only
right
one who
now.
likes that story. You see, my advice.
Well, what's your advice for the who are you giving advice to?
Yeah, I
Drew?
don't
Is it to the
understand.
child or to the Pope?
my advice
I mean,
is
that's
for the.
the priest.
My
That's the
advice
Pope.
is for the
Right, it's
priest.
not the
I
Pope.
don't know if the Pope is a Giants fan, but if he is, I like him a little more. No, my advice is for the priest. Okay, listen.
Load the gun.
You can't point a loaded gun at a kid like that. You should molest
Yeah.
them like the rest of the people you work with.
But it's a musket, right? Isn't it like an old-fashioned gun?
Yeah.
Can you even get a bullet for that?
That's the one with the
Like,
knife on the end of it.
No.
You have to
Well-
put the gunpowder in it.
Oh,
like,
it has
Yeah.
the open
Yeah.
part in the front.
yeah.
What do you?
See,
So
the
you're
priest is doing the hand job thing.
He's
The
using.
musket does have a little tip on it, doesn't it? Have the
You're-
knife?
it can.
I'm thinking
That's
of a bayonet.
Oh,
Bayonet, there we go.
bayonet. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
But
Sorry.
let me ask you a question.
Some of our fans like the Cowboys.
What was the
I'm
team?
not happy.
The kid was a Cowboys fan, is
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah.
And
he's in New Jersey.
and he's in Jersey,
It's a
so he's
stupid
way
kid.
way out of his.
But
yeah.
Jersey's not New York. Hello.
I want to be
you-
clear though.
Come on.
You're suggesting this priest should rape this kid.
I didn't use that word. I
That's
said
what
molest.
you're suggesting, and I
He
think that
didn't
you're
say
missing the
rape.
point. I
Yeah.
don't think you understand that these priests aren't raping these kids.
Oh, the kids
They're
are
making
asking
love
for
to
it.
them, and no
Oh.
Giants fan
Yes,
wants to make love to a goddamn Dallas fan.
You're right.
He's got
That
a
is
good
a
point.
I'm
conflict there.
sorry.
It is. I
I'm
appreciate
sorry.
you. Thank you for sticking up
I
for
don't want my
priests.
dick in a goddamn kid that likes the goddamn Dallas Cowboys.
No, you'd rather have it in a Jesus.
Yeah, I know,
picture.
You know, you're right though, because
I could care less about sports or God. Gotta be honest.
when people talk about priests molesting kids, they never bring up the L word, love.
Yeah, they don't.
They never
They
do.
just don't bring up the fact that those guys are actually doing
Okay.
very special things with those boys.
Yes, they are.
It's the
All
Lord's
right.
work.
Welcome to Bad Advice.
Thank you. All right.
These
This next
stories
one, I'm
this
just
week.
telling. It is. They're weird stories. I'm
They're
sorry.
weird.
They're weak. All right. Well, maybe
No,
you're
I
like,
said they're weird.
they are weird.
Yeah.
This one's even weird. This one creeped me out.
Okay.
We'll do this one for my friend Jen because you know how
Yes.
you know what bothers her more than anything, right? Okay.
Mexicans.
Okay, the second thing. When Li Ming started hearing scratching noises, she thought she might be sick or that she'd been possessed by evil spirits. However, when she finally went to the hospital, the doctor discovered something unexpected in her ear. A spider had been living there.
This is
This
my nightmare.
spider, oh my
Ooh,
God,
there's a picture.
it was actually making a web inside her ear.
Oh, I gotta die right now.
After she returned home that night, because she, they went, I guess they went hiking, and when she got home that night, she started feeling this pain, and she heard a scratching sound in her ear.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't find anything. She actually went to like a priest because she thought she was possessed.
Oh, to get an exorcism?
Yeah, they couldn't help. So then they went to this doctor, and he an ear, nose, and throat person. They found this spider, but it gets worse. It's like
What?
removing the spider was reportedly a difficult and painful ordeal, as the doctor's attempts to get it out caused it to react violently.
Nice.
There's a picture.
Oh my
The picture is currently up on the.
Oh, there it is.
God! What is that?
It's a
It's
spider.
a spider in the ear.
Oh God! I can't even handle myself right now.
How
In my ear.
awesome is this?
But what they're
Oh,
not
that's
telling
amazing.
us is that this woman had sex with Spider-Man, and this is the way she is to give birth. They give birth through their ears. This is a baby spider being birthed, and we killed it.
Well, could you imagine it was pregnant in there and like gave birth to like a million friggin' spiders in your ear?
Oh,
Oh, that's
Oh
fantastic.
my God! This
The
is
doctor,
sci-fi.
the doctor is bad. He's a bad doctor because this is an easy problem to solve.
Is it?
So this is for all the doctors out there who might encounter this in the future.
Okay.
Okay. All you do to solve this problem is get one of those things like from Fear Factor, right? And you fill it with lizards, and then you put the girl's head in there and just let her wait, because eventually one of the lizards will find
Suck
the
it up.
spider and eat it.
Yeah,
stick his
like-
tongue
I
in her
like
ear.
that. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
Well, I don't know why. I mean,
That's
this
good.
is just very illogical. Probably not even. I mean, like she could have just did like hydrogen peroxide or down the ear.
You would
wouldn't
think,
have
right?
killed it, or I mean, you
But it
know,
looks
like
I
it's-
mean,
if it's
it looks
in
like
there,
it
I don't
burrowed.
know.
It
I don't
burrowed
know.
Yeah.
in there.
She
is-
probably she should.
First of all, it could have been one of those radioactive.
She probably could have
special
just
power
gotten
spiders.
along with it, really. I mean,
Just
Learn
live
to
with
live
it.
with.
she shouldn't have really have killed it.
true.
Everything has its own purpose in life, and the reason why she got attacked, well, that's her problem. I mean, she was trying to take out another, living being.
It's
She
true. It
should
was,
just-
it was her
Stop
parent.
complaining.
She
I
should
like-
have like cohabitated with her spider. They
That's
could.
the thing.
The
I
spider
like-
and her could have done stuff together.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I mean?
agree.
I like Terry's green attitude in general.
I-
but
I don't
right
like
now,
it. I don't
she's
like
just
it.
gone way over fucking
Yeah, I
board,
don't
man.
like it. Are you a camper? Do you like going camping? I don't like anything
Yeah.
outside.
First of
Are you
all, maybe
serious right
there's-
now?
I can't wait till Terry gets a worm. I can't wait.
I mean,
and she's
Terry,
I don't think this woman's looking at the bright side.
Oh,
it's the
really?
bright side.
Always look
She,
on the
exactly.
bright
She has no
side.
flies or mosquitoes in her ear.
Right.
Did they get it out? You're not even telling me if they got
They
it
got
out.
it out.
Yeah, they got it out.
They
I
got
do agree with Terry though that
Is-
she should have just live with this. It could have been like those two the Abigail twins with the two heads. This could have been like that, where it could have been the girl and her spider twin.
Or it could
A
have been like
Halloween thing could have been great. You know,
Yeah.
she might have had a design web
whole
Yeah,
head.
thing
true.
happening.
Or it
like-
could have been like Charlotte's Web. She could have wrote "amazing" the spider on her head.
That's fantastic.
Right? Right?
Or
Isn't that
so don't get rid of the spider.
No.
Get a pet pig.
Or maybe she could have asked God or her priest to ask God to have it just walk out. You
That
know
would-
what I mean?
that
Oh,
would
talk
be-
to it. Are
Like,
you one of those
give
people
her
like
problem
just
to
talk
God,
it?
not
That's what I'm
to
saying.
like the
I like
doctors.
the Charlotte's Web thing though. It's like you could have like learned to get along with it. At night
Yeah.
when you're sleeping, could come out and make you some nice little earrings,
Right.
and then just jump back in.
Yeah, she could have
Some
gotten
winter
all depressed.
booties. You know,
Yeah.
who
Get the little spider eggs, make a tiny little omelet.
And then she could have won the World Fair. It's
How do you find these goddamn stories? I don't know how you
I
do
search the
this.
world, but you know what?
He really does. It's hard.
It's not easy. Let's go to some listener questions.
All right,
Oh,
let's
we
do
got
it.
some. We got some.
I need somebody help, not just anybody help. You know I need someone help.
Indeed, people. All right, what do we got? Our first one, Lydia wrote in and said, I'm 29, my boyfriend's 41. I really want to have a kid, but he doesn't. How do I change his mind?
You just get pregnant. Screw him.
Just trick him.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's the oldest chick. Be like, oops, oh, sorry.
Wait, how
Up
old is he?
until this moment,
Oops,
I wanted to
fell
fuck
into
Terry
some
Joyce.
semen.
This is the moment in my life that I stopped wanting to fuck Terry Joyce.
You know I'm joking.
Up until this moment.
You know I'm
Right?
joking.
I'm not
right?
taking that chance, Terry Joyce.
She's still sexy.
The
to
only
me.
thing we're ever doing is anal if we ever have sex. I want to just be
I
very
feel like
clear
she
about
got
this.
sexier for me. Like that was such a great answer.
You twisted whore. That's exactly why.
Trick him.
Honestly, I just posted posted on my Facebook how I thought that's like women shouldn't do that to men. They shouldn't. You know,
Yeah.
they get knocked up on purpose, and so they snatch them and they captivate. You know, and they go. Oh, no.
All right, Terry, you're back in my pants.
No, that's
All
why look, I am a romantic kind of guy. If I sleep with a woman, I always take her out for a meal afterwards, and I make sure I put a morning after pill in whatever she's eating.
It's
Oh
true.
my God.
That's a good idea.
You gotta
Wow.
you gotta make sure they're telling the truth. I had an ex-girlfriend. She's like, I'm pregnant. I looked up her vagina, a spider. That's what it was. So it was all right.
Well, he's 41 and she's 25.
29.
I like how you got
40?
none of the ages
Yeah,
right.
40. She's 49.
Well, she
No,
could
she's
withhold.
29.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he's
41.
She could withhold sex from. I mean, like that's important to you guys, right? And from a 29-year-old.
First of all, he's
Just
41.
dump
You
him.
don't want that guy being a father.
why not?
Why not?
not?
I'm 42, motherfucker.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't want
Yeah,
you
I
being a
mean,
father either.
Well, I mean, some guys
Dad.
could be a father at 41. I mean,
I think that's when everybody should be a father.
Why is
Yeah.
that?
I couldn't disagree more strongly
I
with what
agree
you
with
just said.
Emery.
Fuck 18, 19, 20, 25, 30-year-olds having kids. Live
Yeah.
your fucking life, then ruin it at 41.
right.
Because men aren't done yet. Men aren't like developed until they're
It's
in
absolutely
their
true.
40s.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still
What if-
developing. Moobs are coming in right now. Moobs.
So you're ready to nurse.
I'm ready to nurse a
Yeah,
baby.
he's still
Well,
ready
one
to
of our
nurse.
listeners said, get him drunk, puncture the condom, and make it look like an accident.
Who said
Well, as
that?
long as we're making it look like an accident, then you can tamper with her brakes.
You know, yeah, no shit.
That was
You know-
Nikki. Nikki said that.
yeah.
Sorry to out
You know,
You're
Marie's
supposed to be
response
watching
to
this.
that spider is my response to that fucking statement. That's just sick. I can't even be funny right now.
Wow.
Now, okay, well, let's see. Would you ladies ever, now I know you're married, but would you ever, like, trick a guy into
No.
getting you pregnant?
When you were younger, would you have thought
Would you
of
have
that?
No,
thought about it?
I didn't want to have kids when I was younger.
Yeah,
I
right.
would have put
Yeah.
a gun to his
I mean, I was a
fucking
little bit
head
different that way,
and just been
you know?
like, "Do it, bitch."
I mean, yeah.
is that bad?
Because she's romantic.
What if he were like
I'm
a?
hard.
I know.
What if he were a multi-gazillionaire? Does
Yes,
that make a
dear.
difference if he's a gazillionaire? What if he's a gazillionaire?
You know, well, okay, morally,
Oh,
no.
I like
What
how
if she thought about
she's
it?
got a moral compass
Oh,
unless
like-
it's pointing towards
paused.
cash.
She paused.
but if it did happen, you'd be like, oh well.
Oops.
You know what I mean? But no, I would not do it on purpose. No, because money isn't everything in the world. It really isn't.
No, it's
not.
only like 3/4. Oh, now what about the
5/8
guys
would've
on the
been a funnier
panel?
number.
What have you ever had a woman do anything like that, or how would you react to it?
How would I? You know, here's the problem with that whole equation. It's near impossible to know if that's happened to you. I mean, it's such it's a relatively easy thing to do for people who are in relationships, men who are in relationships with women, and they're not controlling where their semen goes.
Well, that's why
And the
as a
problem
straight
is
guy,
many. That's why I get to the 40. It's one of the reasons I say 41. By 41, you figure out your semen is yours, and you need to keep control over
It's
what
precious.
you do with it.
It's precious.
Not
I think
precious.
at that point,
It goes in a
they-
fucking gym sock instead of a vagina. That's my point.
Do you think you guys get lazy as you get older, like to not
No.
wear condoms?
No, I've
and
had
to-
women trick me. I've had women actually trick me. They say, "Don't come inside of me," which I know is reverse psychology. So, so they're tricking me.
How many women have you
You
come
are
in because of that?
retard.
Yeah,
And how many kids do you have, Catholic Dad?
right now, other people are going, oh,
Yeah, but
can't believe
the
he's
whole like
Mexican.
pull out thing is not. It doesn't
Doesn't work.
necessarily. It doesn't work.
Yeah, how
'Cause,
come you don't have kids? You're
That's
Mexican.
yeah.
yeah.
I probably do. In fact, one is texting me right now.
I-
Stop talking
I
about
think
me,
that
motherfucker.
unless you actually, especially as a woman, and I take this back because I was a big old hoe in the past, but
Wow.
I was actually.
Why do I always
Oh,
meet
no.
hoes
It-
after
it
they
was
was
so much
hoes?
fun. But I think that as a woman, you got to get a little bit careful about the DNA that's coming towards you, and
Yeah.
Coming towards you
and
like
also,
a truck.
like, at some point, you
duck.
start to get a little more selective. Like you go, well, in case it did happen, I
Right.
would have a child with this person.
Yeah, I don't want to be chained
As
to that.
opposed, like, not that guy.
Right.
And so that's why, for me, I've really slowed down. Not that I still have any really good eggs or anything like that, but if I did have
Are
a
your
good
eggs
one,
gone there or
no,
not?
no, they're still there.
got some.
But I'm still pumping.
You're down to 5 or
but
6.
yeah,
kids.
yeah. But you know,
They make a weird creaking sound, but they're there.
I still don't want to have it with someone. I went, oh shit, why did I wasn't thinking.
See,
right.
I still don't think you're thinking right. no, I don't. I think that you can have sex with anybody you want.
That's right.
Yeah, just use the hole that can't get the baby thing in.
That's
Okay,
the thing.
just
I
do
only have
anal.
oral.
It's just
I only
anal
do
or
oral and
oral.
anal. That's it.
Oral and anal, that's it.
I'll go
If
down
you
on
get
a
the
woman, but that's-
vagina, you're on the genetic decision train.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then just get a blow up doll. I mean, why do you need a person?
Because a blow up.
I've never had a
I've
blow
never
up.
met
I'll
a
get me
woman
pizza.
who just went, do it in my butt. That's
I
all.
know.
Have you?
Yeah.
No vagina.
met-
Every
you've met a
woman, like
woman?
you.
A lot of movies. A lot of movies
Never
have
want
that.
describing
vaginal
my,
sex.
You're describing my dream woman. So let me be very clear on this.
You know, if that's the case, you're still gonna go down on me. Something's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
There's a whole generation of young ladies growing up and seeing all that happens in porn and realize, oh, that's what sex is like.
Wait, hold on.
Maybe,
I have to
Oh,
announce
maybe.
wait,
this.
hold on. We got something.
Nikki Lynn said, "Send him my way." I think she's talking about you.
All right, baby.
Oh.
Here I am.
guess
I
she
mean,
likes it in
listen.
the butt.
I disagree.
Emery.
I
Yeah,
disagree.
she might
I
have been
disagree
talking
with the
about me.
dismissal of
says he wants
sexual
somebody that wants to
options
do it in the
as
butt.
porn. Porn is not the thing that makes people become anally or orally or fetishized in some way. It just isn't. It's bullshit. There's no data to support it. The people who are into specific things are into specific things for extremely complex reasons.
Is that what
you
and
tell
simplifying
yourself?
it down to porn, simplifying it down to porn is utter bullshit.
No, I disagree. The younger generation being raised on porn, the younger women are way more into stuff.
old are
at,
you,
at
baby
17.
face?
I'm 42 years old.
Shit, man,
I was
look
a
at you.
teenager 25 years ago. I knew what the teenage girls were into compared to what they're into now. I should be a
true.
teenage boy today.
Oh yeah.
I've
That's-
never heard anybody being raised on porn. That's a whole nother, like.
Well, I was porn
Really?
babysat me. It
He was-
babysat me
I
part
was,
time.
He
I was
in
raised
it.
on porn.
Really?
He was in it.
Yeah.
Porn was a stepdad.
Wow.
Porn was a stepdad.
That was his after school
I
job.
really hope the new girlfriend doesn't listen to my show.
You didn't tell her.
It's all a character. It's all a
Hi,
character.
hi, honey. It's just comedy.
I mean, porn's gonna.
She's got the flu. She won't remember it.
That's true. No, she's like studying. Here's the thing. While I'm here doing these kinds of absurd
Shitty
things,
ass jokes.
she's studying physics.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Because-
what's her problem?
That's evil. It's not of the Lord. Physics is not of the Lord.
Oh,
She's
oh.
also she believes in all that stuff.
The Lord?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
she's a
that's
physicist?
Good. Well, maybe she'll put something inside you like that. She'll give you some faith
Yeah, that's
No?
gonna happen.
No way. I'm not.
The only thing she's putting in him is her hand.
and some
Like a
flu
freaking
virus.
puppet.
Yeah,
Exactly.
bitch.
Well, wait a second. You had sex with someone with the flu, and now you're here sitting with us?
I
Yeah.
said at the top of
I'm
the show
not
he's in
But
sick.
I didn't. We're not gonna kiss him, so no fluids. with
All right,
Drew
only
today.
anal.
Yeah.
Only anal.
Ew. That's the worst.
I'm the reason the show goes this way, right? I'm the
pretty
reason.
sure you
I'm
are.
sorry.
I
It
came
is
out
your
here
fault.
to do a nice,
Yeah.
I'm
clean,
sorry.
family-oriented
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
People.
Damn. Can we just put a note up on the wall that says Emery, don't say anal? We'll just put a note
All right.
up for me.
Yeah, we'll make it through. Have we ever
That's
done
gonna
one
remind me.
episode of Bad Advice without anal coming up
I
with at
don't
least
know.
once?
I don't know.
It's him. He brings it up
Emery
every
likes.
time.
I know Emery likes anal. I mean, because we've been friends for a long time.
Yeah,
but,
we have.
You know,
Yeah.
he's
We've known each
he's
other.
told
The
me
first
about
time
his,
I made the
how
move
much
to
he loves
LA,
anal.
I lived in Terry's house. You were out of town with your boyfriend, Vince? Boyfriend's name?
I was. He ended up being my husband for a little while.
Does the story involve you having anal in her bed?
Willie,
'Cause that's-
Willie
I feel like
Randolph.
that's what-
You let us,
Willie
Willie
Randolph,
Randolph,
not the
right.
baseball player.
the
You let-
comic.
The comic, yes.
But we-
I
I know
married to
Willie.
him.
Yeah,
You know
we-
Willie.
Uh,
Yeah, he's not a big fan of mine, though. I'll tell you that right now.
I spent 2 or 3 months, I don't know, 1 or 2 months as a guest in her house when I moved out here with my girlfriend at the time, Beth.
Oh, that's
And
neat.
thank you for,
Yeah,
for
thank
that.
you. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
we're all such nice
and-
people.
And also, speaking of anal, that story up front
Such nice.
Worst segue ever. Speaking of anal,
The story up front about the porks in the pig factory and the
Yeah.
farting, that is under the category of anal. Where do
You
farts come
started
from?
this. He started it.
Farts come from the
let's
anum.
not blame
You know
me.
what? Even
Top
before
story.
we started like rolling today, we were talking about anal glands of beavers because I brought Pez and I wanted to have the raspberry flavor, and our sound guy said that comes from anal glands
Of
so-
beavers.
Of beavers.
Of
Yeah.
beavers.
I want to
So-
pass.
I should never.
And now Emery's like, I want one.
She
All
said
right.
the word.
We picked strawberry just so you know. Everybody, vetoed the.
Okay, so final advice: you're 29. You've got a 41-year-old boyfriend. If you want a kid, go. You don't need his sperm. Go. There's plenty of homeless people. Just go find something.
Yeah.
We
There
don't
you
know
go.
what she looks like. Do we have a picture
No.
associated
Find
with
the homeless guy that only got a hand job from Terry Joyce, and he's going to be ready to fuck the hell out of you.
Oh,
Exactly.
then his penis is all dirty, and you get dirty sperm. That's disgusting.
Full
That's
of
like
The
a dirty
sperm
baby
comes
going
from
in.
the
Don't you mock my
inside.
bad advice.
You can always take him over and
The only
let him
thing,
take a shower.
Clean 'em up.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
only
And
thing
then-
clean
and
on
then
a
do it.
homeless guy is the sperm, Marie.
Yeah.
But the tip is all dirty. You got to get some of that. What is that orange stuff that they do in hospitals?
Goop. It's goop.
Goop,
She's talking about
goopy
goop.
Goopy
Yeah.
gun? Or
Goop.
goo
It's just goop. Goop. Hand goop is the
Ew,
cleaner.
goo gone.
I thought you meant like the lava soap, like the mechanics use, lava soap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
That's what
bactericide or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, you people are all out of your
Can I
minds.
just hit one of these songs and move on?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
next,
No,
next
all right.
we have a next question.
Okay.
This is from Cynthia. Cynthia says, I'm getting married to a man that has a 14-year-old son from his previous marriage.
And he
Up
only
till-
wants to do anal.
Stop it. Up till recently, the son lived with his mother, but he'll soon be coming to live with us. He and I have never been all that close. Any suggestions on how to get him to like me so things are better at the house?
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, fuck him. He'll love you. He won't leave your side. You will be his best friend forever.
This is a stepmom.
Yeah.
Poor Marie.
Yeah.
I was reading the board. I can't multitask
You
for some reason today.
I should have someone else read the board.
I can't wait till everybody's high on this show.
Oh my
Oh
God,
my
that's gonna
God.
yeah. By the way, we were supposed to be doing the marijuana show today, but the girl who owns the Fully Baked company,
Yeah.
her partner couldn't be here today, so we're gonna have to reschedule. So this is, you know, what the sad part is we're like this and nobody's high here today.
Yeah, I know, right?
True.
We don't even have an excuse, but we will be doing that in the very near
I'm
future.
pretty sure Terry Joyce is high right now.
You know, I saw you look at me. Like, if anybody's
She
high.
smiles a lot.
She does. She's very happy.
No,
Hempress.
I'm, you know, I smoked a little today, but I'm not necessarily
I'm not
You're not
super
high.
high.
high at
God,
the moment.
she's
No,
fine.
yeah,
Did
I'm
you
pretty.
inhale?
I'm pretty.
All right.
I wish I was higher, to be honest.
Really?
With you, kind of, but
Damn it.
no, I mean I'm fine though. I'm good.
You all right?
I probably
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
brownie
yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
yeah,
We
yeah.
can
You
get
have
you
a
something.
brownie?
Oh, she's like,
oh my
"Ooh."
god.
I know. We'll talk later.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. So she wants this 14-year-old son to like. Yeah, you could have sex, and then you know. Here's the thing: it's not like the kid doesn't have a built-in excuse. If the father gets mad, it's like, hey, you fuck my mother, I fuck yours.
Why is it always
Oh no, that would be the
sex?
grandmother.
That would be
Never
the
mind, that
grandmother.
did not work.
What about Nintendo? Why do you always have to go to banging?
Yeah. Why
Or
not
a
an
car.
Why
Elaine?
can't
I
get
think-
a
I think-
friggin' Wii station.
It's true.
He might be good with the car, you know, a car keys. I mean, he's 14, but he's going to be 16 soon.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
could-
Whatever you do, don't give him a hand job.
don't
It's a
give
horrible
you-
precedent.
You,
Oh my
might be able
God.
to teach him how to, you know.
At 14?
At 14,
At
he
14,
already knows.
He might be grateful for a hand
Yeah,
job
yeah,
at
he
14, like
does.
Marie was saying earlier.
Or buy him a porno. This
you
way
know-
you don't have to do anything illegal.
Playboy magazine, maybe. You
Alright.
know,
Is
give-
it
you know.
illegal to give a child a Playboy magazine
Is
Yes.
it?
or
Is
a
it?
porno?
Oh God, I gave that to my
No.
brother once.
Yeah,
No.
When he was,
you're
when he was
Is it
14.
really?
absolutely. It's the same as
Yeah.
buying beer for one.
Really?
You have to be
Really?
18 or 21, depending on where you are,
God.
for those kinds of things. And if you give that to someone who's underage, then the police, if they find out, they will take you to jail and they will charge you with contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
if you
And
gave 'em
then
like
what
a-
happened to me is you almost fucked that joke up, man.
What about a link? What if you just give him a link?
Yeah, or like a National Geographic.
Yeah, I know a link that's funny. Yeah,
Give him a link.
A sausage link? Here's a sausage link for you.
yeah, right.
That's weird.
So yeah, I know you're not supposed to give them porn. So your idea was as illegal. Well, I think mine was more illegal than yours.
Yeah, you were like having him bang the
I know.
shit out
You,
of
you
this.
let him smoke pot.
There you go.
Oh,
good one.
that's
There you go.
good.
My
Letting them
girlfriend
smoke pot.
Eve, her mother used to smoke pot with her, and I smoked pot with them, and we were like 16. But then the father was a cop.
What? And did
Really?
he know?
It was
Really?
all the stash
Did he
that
find
got
out?
off the street. No, he
Oh
knew.
my God!
knew.
It's
He,
just-
He knew that
It's from
16-year-old
his
girls.
busts.
Yes.
They smoked his bust stuff.
Yes.
It's the best stuff, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Wait, so this cop had 16-year-old girls smoking pot at his house?
His daughter and me,
I
but
should've
he
been a
wasn't
cop.
giving it to us because he never was in the room. But the wife, the
The
mom,
wife was taking the
would
pot
let
and
us.
sharing it with you
Yeah.
guys.
And this is a beautiful house.
Wow.
Like it's not like this was in
Wow.
a trailer park or anything like
Did
that.
any lesbian stuff break out?
No.
Damn it.
That's all you can think of.
Really? That's
Wow,
Well,
I knew
you know,
they took it. I knew they took the product.
I mean, you're already being inappropriate. Might as well be more inappropriate. is what I'm
I like one of our
I need to
listeners.
date a cop. That's
Yeah,
it. You
that's
know?
what you need.
There you
He was
well,
really
yeah,
cute,
except
the
you need one of
father.
those partying cops. Otherwise, you guys are going to be at odds.
Can you bring over the overflow?
Yeah.
This was a good.
One of
guy.
our listeners says play video games with him and never take his smartphone so he doesn't miss a chance for a weird selfie.
Yeah.
All
Which,
right.
of course, on last week's show, we did this thing. There's more people that die by selfies than shark
Really?
attacks.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like 11 selfie deaths.
11 versus 7, so,
Oh, okay.
right? Per year.
What were they? They were driving and doing it, or
Yeah.
on top of a
cliff.
Yeah,
or
next to a cliff.
Two of
Those are
them said they
stupid.
did it with they had a gun instead of a camera.
Yeah, one.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
He thought
Or
it-
we're actually taking selfies with sharks and got 8. So it's a
Yeah,
weird
kind of a
Venn
weird-
diagram.
That's a
going on.
wash.
Oh, yeah.
That,
that's
it
a
doesn't
wash.
even make
Doesn't even
the-
factor in.
No.
Death by selfie. That's fine.
Okay, well, our next question. Ethan wants to know, he says, I'm in what's been a pretty good relationship. I've been with her for almost 2 years. My company is transferring me to a new state, and she doesn't want to go with me. So now I have to choose between her and the job. I love her, but the job is an amazing opportunity and one I don't think I'd ever get again. What should I do?
Oh, wow.
Maybe kidnap her and take her with you. Is
Dump
that bad?
her.
That's bad advice.
I'm saying dump her.
Dump her.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because
She's a
like,
dream killer.
hey, you know what? You're going to be successful anyways, and then you're going to replace her with a younger version of her eventually. So, you might as well just forget her in the first
I
place.
like how the show
Just
draws
move on.
insecurities out of the guests. It's really, it's more about them than.
You know how men are.
No, I
They're
mean,
just gonna dump you.
I'm just theoretically thinking. I'm not really worried about it, but I mean, to me, jobs last longer than relationships.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's like either she goes.
They
or she
certainly
doesn't
do
go.
for me.
It
Not
depends. I mean,
now.
Not now. Not now.
If he loves her that much, fine. Stay and
Thank you.
But no, I say leave her behind. Go on with your life. Get your dream job and find another woman.
Not only that, but I agree. But I think that you shouldn't just move on and forget about it. What you should do is on like a daily or weekly basis, just keep sending her pictures of how fucking good your life is.
Right? Just call her up from a party and be like, oh my God, it's so crazy here. Oh, you know what we're doing? We're dancing and we're throwing money at each other.
Barbie wants to say hi. Oh, no, she's coming. She'll be off the pole in a second.
Leave her and rub it in. That's what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Yo, this is me at
Wow.
my new job at the pork factory, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is, if you're a woman and you want to stay with your man, you're going to go with him. Okay, I mean, like if you got a job, you're gonna go. I
Did
mean,
it
you
say
know,
what
I mean,
she
so,
does for a living?
right? What does she do
Is
for a
that
living?
in there at all?
Maybe she
Apparently
has her
just
own
hold
career.
him back.
Right.
Right. I mean, what's stopping her?
She ain't
from
got no
from
job.
not-
Well, the
from
fact is,
leaving?
your problem is bigger than you're making it. That's what's
Right.
going on.
Yeah.
The last thing this guy should be doing is worrying that much about someone who wouldn't necessarily want to go with him, unless she's making an immense amount of money and he's going to make, less.
Why
or
the
something
hell
like
should
that.
she just uproot her life?
Because she's a broad.
Yeah,
She's
'cause
saying,
she's the woman.
He's the guy.
Wherever the
He's
fuck
the
he
fucking
wants to
breadwinner.
go.
He
Let
brings
suck
home the
my
fucking
dick.
bacon. She puts it in a pan.
Let me ask you
I
guys.
don't fucking cook.
Why are we both
One at a
so
time. One at a
big?
time.
Would you? I mean, would one of you guys, if you were like had a woman who got a big career job thing going on? Let's say she got, she's an anchor woman from NBC,
Right,
and
right,
she
right.
has to go to New
Yeah.
York. Would
Yeah.
you go with her?
My bags are already packed.
She gonna buy me shit? She gonna buy me shit?
Right?
I
Listen.
think,
God,
I think
men
a
have become
healthy,
princesses.
I think a healthy couple in a healthy relationship that come up against this situation ain't writing to Drew. And I'll tell you another thing. That's a fact. And here's another
He's a
thing.
retard. He's
Yeah,
right.
no. Here's another thing.
I love my retards.
If you're
You have a lot of them.
if you're in a relationship with a woman or a guy, it doesn't matter the sex, the gender is not important to this situation. But if you're in a relationship with someone and this is a problem that you're writing off to someone like Drew to solve, the fact is you need to look closely at who your girl is fucking or your guy, because somebody's fucking around. I don't think she has the interest in him he thinks she does. That's what I think. think.
Okay, I see that.
No, I
I could
don't
go with that
agree.
theory. That's a
Goddamn right.
possible theory
I don't
on
agree.
it. I mean, like, what is stopping her from joining him?
Listen to me. If you're
Bitchiness.
no, hold on a second. You guys are ridiculous. If like my husband came to me tomorrow and said, "I got this great opportunity for a job, and we have to move to like some small little hut in Africa," there ain't no fucking way I'm going there.
Oh, so you're racist.
Yeah, it's
now.
because you don't like black people.
No, because I don't want to live in. I don't want to live there.
So
I
who you
wanna live
fucking?
Here.
Let's face it, it depends on the job. If your husband says, honey, I was just elected president and we have to move to Washington, D.C., and you're
Right.
like, oh, hell no.
I would if I didn't want to go. Yeah.
Well,
And the
anything
guy
that-
says it's a really great opportunity. It's
Yeah.
a huge opportunity for him. Go ahead.
Why
Well,
can't-
nothing's permanent. I mean, like if you got a great
Yeah.
opportunity, you go to the job with him, and then something else can happen from there.
Right.
Or the relationship doesn't work out, and you go back to where you came from, or
Yeah.
whatever. I
What?
mean,
Or
But
long
what is-
distance.
what-
Why can't
nothing's
they
so
do long
permanent.
distance?
What
Yeah, long
happened to
distance doesn't
stand by
compromise?
your man? What happened?
Oh my God!
Stand
About
by
50
your
years has
man.
happened.
See, that's the problem with you modern women. That's the problem with you.
Yeah.
That's the problem
You
with you
chicks-
modern women.
See, you let them vote,
Yeah.
and you do all that stuff.
you let
and
'em
then-
drive?
Yeah.
I would relocate with the guy
Thank
that
you.
I'm seeing. I would.
If you're in love, you would, right?
I would relocate. Yeah, I would
But
relocate.
that's not fair.
but-
you
but- I mean-
are a performer.
Right. I mean, but I would say, hey, I might have to go over here and work for a while. Are you okay with that?
Right.
Look.
Right. I mean,
The-
so
As a burlesque
The
dancer.
good and
As a
honest
burlesque dancer.
advice is, whoever has the best career opportunity.
Yeah.
That's kind of who you have to support, I
Yeah.
think, and go, follow. That's the good advice. The bad advice
I think it's location.
is do what I said. Go have fun and send her pictures at every possible
I like
moment.
yours.
Yeah,
I
that's a
like
good
yours.
plan.
Okay. Now, speaking of pictures, we have this is interesting. There's no name on this one. My girlfriend took naked pictures of me while I was sleeping. Now she's telling me if I ever break up with her that she'll put them all over the internet. What should I do?
Is this a man or a woman who wrote
Oh,
this?
dude.
I think
break
it's
up with her. I
Yeah,
mean,
guys.
like,
break up with her immediately so
mean,
that the internet is a place you can go find women that want to fuck you.
yeah.
Well, maybe
She's
with it.
helping you.
Yeah,
this is
actually, she
helping
is. She's helping them. Yeah.
Let
Really?
her
I-
post.
Well,
Why
what
be
if they're not
afraid of-
flattering pictures?
Like anytime you take
That's
a
his
naked picture
problem.
with anybody, okay, or whether you're Skyping or you're sexting or whatever, you're at risk of that person doing something with those
True.
photos.
That's why I only take my own naked pictures
Let
of
alone
myself.
the NSA.
Well,
I-
now, wait a minute, Terry. While he's
Sorry.
sleeping,
yeah.
that's an important part of this story.
That's some
Okay,
Bill
okay,
Cosby shit.
Oh, okay, so she
Yeah,
doesn't.
he might have been cold.
She is robbing
Oh, you're
his,
right.
right?
If
Wait, we don't
you're
know if
not
it's a he.
consenting to it, then
There's no-
that's not right.
We don't
that's
know if it's a he.
He said
blackmail.
girlfriend.
Yeah, he said girlfriend. Could be a girlfriend to a girlfriend or a boyfriend to a girlfriend.
I'm assuming it's a
Oh.
guy, but I don't
Oh,
Yeah, we
know.
are
you're
assuming
right.
it's a guy in a
That
sexist
isn't
way.
right. Oh, God.
Because we would imagine a guy
It's
would do
only
that.
a
A
body.
woman wouldn't do
A
that.
guy doing it to
Ask this question.
Yeah.
Why do we get so hung up over being naked?
I love you.
Right.
I
know
just
what I
love
mean?
you.
Have
I
you
can't
seen me
believe-
naked? You would not get hung up over it. I'll tell you.
But everybody gets so weird.
You
like,
might hang yourself.
I had hives. I've been getting hives like the last few weeks. I took
Really?
some naked body hives. I'm a monster. I'm a fucking monster. Who would sleep with me?
you have to love yourself first before someone else can.
Not after that description. No.
Who are you?
You're right. Yeah, and what did you do with Marie?
Yeah, where the hell's Marie?
Well, if somebody does naked pictures of you and threatens you with naked pictures, I don't think naked pictures are that big of a deal
Yeah, it's not
anymore.
a big threat.
I mean, it's like we really. I mean, so you.
It's really
if you
not.
were
took
getting
some-
fisted by
yeah.
a beaver,
It
like,
also
that's
de-
different.
it also
You know what I mean?
A
depends-
small fist.
It also depends on what you do for a living. When I was living in
Right.
Kansas City, I made a nude video of myself and sent it to a girlfriend. We were having a long distance relationship. I was touring with a We Can Make You Laugh comedy tour in the colleges. And so long periods of time away. I made this video. I sent it off to Jenny, and an ex-boyfriend many years later down the road
I know her number.
stole it from her. Do you know her number?
8675309.
That's her. And stole that video from her, and all of a sudden I get a call in the mid 80s, late 80s, from a late 80s, from a guy who's like, "Hey, this is Joe, Jenny's ex-boyfriend. I have a videotape of you nude." And I
Dude.
figure it's worth something. He's trying to get money out of me.
Well, first of all, nowadays, look
Oh,
at Kim
Unbelievable
he
story.
Wait,
blackmailed
look
you
at
with
Kim
it.
Kardashian. She
Wow.
became so famous. You got to get
No,
that tape and
no.
put it online.
The only
They
difference
do
is
it on purpose now. Celebrities do it on
Yeah.
purpose.
no. You know what the difference is
Really?
Don't
when
they? I mean,
I've been
come on.
hired twice to shoot them.
no when you watch Emery Emery when you watch Emery's naked video, you get a phone call and it says 7 days.
Yeah, I don't. My reaction to it was the first thing was I don't care. That's a fact. I could not care less.
Yeah.
If this showed up on the internet at that time, even I couldn't give a shit.
You weren't even having sex in it.
Yeah, what are you doing? Like playing golf? What are you doing?
Do you really want me to tell you what I did?
Yes.
Oh, make it quick.
It's embarrassing enough.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All I was doing was laying on my side, and I put on 2001: A Space Odyssey, and then I laid some porn out of the shot so I could look at this magazine with porn in it, and slowly my cock got hard to 2001: Space Odyssey. And in making of it, I
really
kept
funny.
thinking of things so that I
That's
didn't.
fantastic.
That's all it was.
I would want that video
I
out.
have that video.
That's amazing.
I did another version
I'm
of that.
Impressed.
I did another version
yeah.
of that, but in my video, my dick is the bone that the creature throws up in the air. Okay. Emery
That,
gets it.
that
2001:
can
Space
go
Odyssey.
viral.
It could. Yeah.
You should put that on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what it was. It
Are
was
you
just-
allowed?
That
I'm
is
not
funny.
sure
think you
you're allowed.
are.
Yeah.
No.
No,
it
no,
has to be
no.
in
If you
sex.
put it under educational, you can.
Really?
There's an educational
Maybe
category on
you
YouTube.
porn.
Yeah, if you put an educational category on YouTube, you can have porn.
We know what she's doing.
No, wait,
I'm
not,
thinking you porn.
not porn, but nudity. You can have nudity.
Not
I've seen nudity.
innocent over here.
Oh, yeah, no.
I could also put it on Vimeo. There's a lot of ways I could put it up. But yeah, it's another day. I will tell you the other half of that story, how I freaked that kid out that was trying to rob
Okay.
my house.
Okay, that
But
was
yeah,
part
for
one.
the,
Telling
for
you
the
now.
final bad advice, though, here's the thing. If she took naked pictures of you while you're sleeping, you got to nip that in the bud, okay?
Do it to her.
Beat her to the punch. No.
Oh.
Just
I
take
know, I
pictures of
know.
yourself and just start putting them up everywhere.
Nice.
That's a good idea.
Out yourself before
Everywhere.
they can out
Send
you.
them.
Right.
Like, you
Wait,
you know how like people
To
do
her
their little
mother.
family Christmas card?
Yeah.
Cock shots.
can
true.
can I make a suggestion that's maybe even more awful?
Uh-huh.
Your idea's great. Beat her to the punch, but not with your pictures. Her pictures, and don't break up with her. Just have them show up. Just have them start showing up. That's it. Take nude pictures of her when she's in the shower. Take nude pictures. Do the tit for fucking tat. Quid pro quo, Clarice.
And email them to Drew.
believe
at
that's quid
Drew's
pro
Bad
quim.
Advice.
Quid pro quo.
It's tit for tit and
Yeah.
quid pro
Quid
quim.
pro quo. Quim. Oh, nice. So yeah, I love your idea.
Okay. All right.
I
That's
personally
good.
think it's about time that a woman like starts violating men. So I think that's good.
Violating in what
yeah,
way?
like taking pictures of him while he's sleeping and threatening him with it. I think it's fucking
You like
awesome.
anything
Like
where a
drugging me
woman
and
does
fucking me?
something
'Cause
mean to a
please.
man.
Yeah.
Anything. That's Marie's MO. Anything where
Yeah.
it's like the man's being abused, Marie's like, yeah, no,
Sorry,
I like it.
makes me happy.
The way she gets, my greatest hope is that she's just doing a character. But I'm a smart guy. I'm pretty sure she's not.
No, she's not.
Yeah,
That's her.
okay.
That's her real
Okay, well, Emmett wants to know. Emmett says, I like sex with the lights on, but my wife hates it. I like to be able to see what I'm doing, but she says it makes her self-conscious. So what can we do?
Sir,
Stop dating a fat chick.
sir, please don't come back to Lamps Are Us anymore.
he
walked
likes
on
the
that, I'm
lights
sorry.
on.
Yeah, I like the lights on.
I don't. I don't
I
mind
like to
either
see what I'm
way.
doing.
Yeah, I kind of don't like it.
Is
too
there,
dark.
I mean, a happy medium? I mean, like, dim the lights.
Candles.
I mean, candles. I
You
mean,
guys, the problem is bigger than this. You do understand what's going on.
Yes. It
a
has to
right.
do with body,
Body
image.
image.
right,
Yeah.
right.
I will say,
And I'm not helping
but
with a fat joke.
sometimes
no,
that
but I
happens,
think you
but-
could be completely wrong, though. You're
Yeah?
not considering
Okay.
something.
I'm listening.
I mean, the
She's
lights
saying-
big lights aren't romantic.
She's got to
Sure,
get better
like-
lingerie.
Overhead
Sometimes.
fluorescent lights. But here's the thing, Emmett. The part that Emmett is not considering, everyone's making this about the woman. Emmett, have you ever considered? She does not want to see you.
High five, my friend.
God.
That's so much. You totally punched down. No, up. You punched up. I punch down and you punch up.
She
I'm the
might be
dick, you
just
rock.
fine with herself, but Emmett, you are a mess.
That's exactly right. Get some fucking plastic surgery, you piece of shit.
Yeah,
And you know
exactly.
what?
Hit
Stop
the
farting
gym.
at work. You should have been fired.
Yes.
Maybe he needs some lingerie.
Look, that's what I told Joanna. I said, look, she's like, you don't need to work out. I'm like, I do, because here's the thing. If someone other than me is going to be touching me, it should at least be somewhat enjoyable.
Roger that. There's a
Yeah.
weird back and forth on the whole body thing. You know, when you start to lose weight, the person or people you're in a relationship with, they're like, "Oh, I don't understand. You were looking fine, especially if you weren't obese, you know."
Right.
Yeah.
And when you try to slim down or muscle up or do something, they're like, you know. And what's
That's
really
for
at
you.
work there is
They're insecure.
that you losing weight suggests that they didn't. You're saying they didn't like you. It ain't about that. It's about me. If I'm losing weight, it has nothing to do with them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. If I'm losing weight, if you guys see like next week I'm losing weight, next week I'm losing weight, you'll know I have cancer.
Because it ain't that you're having sex.
No.
Beautiful.
Not like Drew. Nikki Lynn said that I should read her book because there's a lot of abuse to men in it. What book is it?
Yeah.
Write
the
in.
book.
I want to
Yeah.
buy your book.
Type the name of the book. We'll give you a little promotion.
So
here
I
on
think
the
your
show.
advice takes the cake on that one, Drew.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
I
thank
thought
you.
so
Right,
too.
spot on, my
And I
friend.
thought of it. In my head. Yeah, you not always want to look at the other person.
I hadn't even thought of it.
Yeah.
That's how me-centric I am.
Well, wait.
Well,
I have had.
I don't sleep with anybody I don't want to look at.
Right?
That's
I
just
just
me.
don't want to look. I just want to keep my eyes closed.
I like to look.
One,
Like, you know,
well, no,
when
like one time I had this girlfriend, and she was an attractive woman, but then I caught a picture of her from high school. That was like her high school prom picture, and I was like, would it be okay to like have her wear a mask of her high school self?
like the Jesus.
Like
one
the
over
Jesus.
There?
Is
my
that
Hey,
fine?
man, with the VR
I
technology,
need you to
that's
put
just
this
around the
over
corner.
your face, and there's a hole in it.
But it's you, so it's cool.
Right.
Right.
I'm fantasizing about you.
She could do the same for you.
She should.
Eventually, we will all just wear VR goggles and fuck whomever we want
I'm good with
while
that too.
fucking whoever we're with.
That's it. That's
Fuck the
fantastic.
one you want.
Don't Jewish people do it through a sheet? Don't you guys do it through a sheet?
It's a Mormon.
Jewish. Don't
Jewish?
they do it? They put
No,
a
no,
no,
no.
that's
They
an
do.
old
The
Jewish-
Hasidics. The Hasidics
Yeah.
do
Not-
that. I
it's
They
think.
not-
do it through a sheet.
It's not a
Do
true.
they really?
It's-
Yeah.
That's an inaccurate thing.
What?
I do a show called Ardent Atheist,
Yes.
hence the
Plug.
hence the Jesus thing with a
I don't even
hole
wanna
in its
talk
mouth.
about
That doing it through a sheet, the Jew thing. That's
Yeah.
it's so much more complex than what we all think it is.
I know.
It's really weird.
Spoken like a Zionist, yes.
Okay, well now
You
one
know, I
of our
want to know
listeners.
more about that. I'm gonna Google that.
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna listen to
Listen to
Artie.
one of my shows.
When?
Well, I will,
When
okay.
is your show?
Any show that has BJ Kramer on it, he's the guy that taught us all about that. So
Okay.
go to one of
Okay.
the early BJ.
I enjoy
Kramer
doing
shows.
those shows. Ardent Atheists.
Yeah, thanks.
Skeptically Yours. I like doing all those shows.
We have a
I
good
always
time
have a great
with 'em.
time. Now, our listener Nikki wrote a book, and it is called Immortalis: The Shadows Walk By Nikki Lynn.
All right.
And on our website, there's a link, so you can check that out.
Is that
Cool.
erotica?
4 minutes?
Yes.
Are we down to 4 minutes?
I'm
I'm
letting you
dying,
know.
Nikki. I'm
Holy
totally gonna
shit.
get your book, so I'm gonna read.
All right, well, listen, then.
I love Drew.
Tell you what,
I'm totally trying to be professional studio.
I
you know.
wanted to do
4 minutes.
Sad But
Just
Drew
lips.
this
I don't
week.
say it out loud. 4 minutes. Oh shit.
We're not going to do Sad But Drew, so let's
Of
just go
course we're
right
not
to
doing
what's
Sad
wrong
But
with
Drew.
blank.
All right, we'll go right to
What's
that.
wrong with Emerald today?
Midgets.
I know.
You
Ooh,
know?
ooh.
Okay, because I just got into this discussion with somebody yesterday.
Oh, you
Like,
got into a
you can't
fight?
use the word midgets.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Dwarf. It's dwarf.
That's,
it's
dwarf.
well, no, that's what I said.
can't
Dwarf.
say
I'm like,
dwarf
and I
either.
don't even know like what is the difference between a
tell
midget
you.
and a dwarf, other than I assume it's what
No.
part of the forest they
No.
live
I
in.
thought it was I thought it was
What?
little people. You can't say.
Yeah, that's what they
little
want
dwarfs
to
is
say.
anymore
no,
either.
it's-
Look,
First of all,
I think little people is insulting.
I wanna
First of all,
give you-
because it implies they're people.
well, it will,
Oh my God.
I want to tell you.
Mythological creatures with special powers.
Well, I
Yeah.
think it also like it keeps little in there. That's like constantly reminding
Yeah.
people.
It's
True. I'd
you
like
know?
to. I'd like to have sex with a fat ass midget, like a fat ass midget.
You like the big ass though.
I
don't
like
you?
the big Oompa
Yeah.
Loompa fat
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
on a midget.
That would
All
freak
right,
me out.
let me answer your question
I've
because I
never-
think
One
it's
at a time.
important.
Emery
I think
first.
this is very important.
What?
A lot of people don't understand the difference between what the word midget and what the word dwarf mean.
Yeah.
They're different conditions.
Yes.
Right.
Midget.
Yeah.
Midget was by P.T. Barnum, I think. He coined the term midget.
Yeah. The dwarfism is a specific condition, and when referring to at one point, in
You're not
time,
making me laugh.
and at one
You're
point
being
in
all
time-
serious and shit.
And dwarfs have accurate
Hearing?
size proportions.
Proportions,
The
right.
head's not too big; it's all in proportion.
Oh, there are
Right,
difference,
right.
yes.
That's a big difference. And then the people that were at one point were referred to as midgets were those that were out of proportion.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
I think you
different
have them
condition
reversed.
altogether.
I think you have
Those
them
are the
reversed.
ones
Oh,
that
The
he wants to
dwarfs
have
are
sex with.
the dwarfs are the ones with the stubby arms and legs
He might be right.
with
I
the
could
big
be,
butts.
I could be wrong.
Trees?
With the big butts.
What do you mean
Alright.
the trees? What
So now I got to
trees?
go look it up again because I looked this up years ago because I couldn't figure it out.
Well, because in the commercial they couldn't call them Keebler dwarves.
Now listen.
Oh, the cookie makers.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something.
You
I
want to know
have-
why I don't trust him, though?
Go ahead.
The
Why?
reason I don't trust him,
What happened to you?
my dog doesn't like him.
Well, your dog is.
No,
kind of an
I trust
asshole,
my
isn't
dogs.
he?
My
Oh.
dog is great.
You go with what your dog doesn't trust.
Yeah,
Wait, she doesn't like
You're
midgets or
right,
dwarfs?
either one.
They're the same to the dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
does your dog-
tiny bipedal fucks.
Yeah.
Right?
Does your dog like kids though?
yeah.
Oh.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's something going on.
We're not even going into elves or imps at all.
No,
No,
the answer's no.
no. Okay. Imps.
They
Who
gave-
uses the word imp?
Game
It's
of
like a little.
Thrones.
It's like a little demon.
Would they
Game
get
of
mad? Like, would a
Thrones.
little person get mad if you called them an imp? Probably.
Yeah.
Look, I'll tell you this. I was at the vet
Too
once.
medieval.
I was at the vet, and there was this gorgeous.
They should have the little pointy shoes.
There was this gorgeous dwarf woman at the vet, and she was hot, but she was crying over her dying dog. So I was like, I can't like approach her while she's crying over her dying dog. Like, look, I know your dog is dying, but you are a hot dwarf.
You
And-
said that?
Yeah.
What did
A
she say?
hot-
Did she punch you in the nutsack? Because that's
No,
her-
I didn't say
Terry,
that.
That's
I
right
found
at
it-
her eye line.
I feel like I've insulted family members by the way you're giving the look.
No, I mean I'm just thinking about like what that how she would react to somebody saying that to why she her dog was dying. And I was thinking
Sorry about your dog, but you're a hot
it probably
dwarf.
depends on how good looking the guy is that said it. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like like you'd be like, oh my dog, oh.
Now, do you think dwarves and midgets
Thank
want to have
you.
sex with regular sized people?
I
To
imagine.
To a
They
dwarf, I'm like an
do.
NBA player.
They do have sex. Yeah,
On-
but
only
we're not-
only the size queens.
But let me say this: we're not all that tall sitting here. We're not all that tall.
All right, I
us.
can-
I am
and we could have so been a dwarf.
I'm the tallest midget.
I was a dwarf in high school.
See?
Anyone less than 4'10".
And that wasn't like a
Right.
play.
That's
I
the
mean, I
legal.
was
That's the
literally-
legal.
I was
The legal limit.
4'10".
Yes.
I was 4'11" and 95 pounds when I was a senior.
You were a midget.
Huh.
So you were slightly a midget.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were
You were
legally
midget adjacent.
You were legally short.
On your driver's license, it says near midget.
My dog would have hated me in high school.
You would have not had a relationship with that dog.
No.
So think about your dog, and you have to
I want to
work with
make
that dog.
I want to make this very clear. You were correct.
What?
Historically, the term midget was used to describe proportionate dwarves. However, this term is now regarded as offensive. No, I was right. I was right in that.
What?
one. Midget was used to describe proportionate dwarves.
Yes.
No, you were right.
Okay,
you were
wait. You know why also? Because I studied this. You guys know that show with the married couple, the two married dwarfs? It's like Little People, Big World, I think.
Yeah.
They got divorced. The judge ordered them not to be within 4 feet of each other.
Oh.
Stupid.
Hey-o!
Oh my God.
You know that needs to be 4 feet 10 inches.
To be
It
legal.
really- that the joke needs 4
That's
10.
right. That's
Yeah.
true.
Within 4 feet 10 inches.
Somewhere
of
in
each
there,
other.
I feel like I should do a joke where she got half his stuff, but it was only like 6 inches.
No, before the record, I love midgets. I love dwarfs. I love little people. I think you're awesome. You're great. You sing pretty well, a lot of them. And you have big butts. God bless.
And you come
I'd
with
like to
pots of
ask-
gold.
It really
They don't
irritates
come with
me.
pots of gold, you piece of shit.
I have one pet peeve with comics when they mention unicorns and dwarves or midgets in their jokes. They think it's the fun, and everybody thinks it's the funniest fucking thing
It
ever.
is.
It's not.
Quit
Here's
talking
how
shit
you
about
judge
Drew.
that.
It's
When they
stupid.
do it, does the audience think it's funny?
Yes, they do because
Then it is.
but it's not even a funny
Then it
joke.
fucking is.
Like write a real
It's a
fucking joke
buzzword
instead
that
of
works.
inserting
Like
unicorn
conjure
in there
or jackstick.
or fucking midget.
It's just a
Why don't you
sound.
learn how to fucking
You're
write?
wrong, Marie.
You're fucking wrong.
Okay,
Don't
here's
let
the
me
deal.
leap off this table. I will fuck you up.
You and I have never really done that much. We've done it twice today.
Where are you from, Emery?
I know. It's,
So
it's a
here's-
very happy show,
From
Terry.
hell.
I
Yeah.
haven't heard one of those jokes before, like a
Yeah,
unicorn
right?
dwarf joke. It's not.
That's
It's-
my
I-
closer.
Have I? Is
Swear to
it?
God.
No.
Here's an LA thing.
Does
Here's-
it kill?
It
Not
might be now.
unicorn,
Thank
dwarf.
you. Good night.
But it just seems like anytime a comic inserts one of those words, it's like,
It's
oh my
a
god,
laugh.
that's hilarious. It's like, no, it's not fucking hilarious.
But that's how you
Unicorn or-
decide what it's not
Yeah,
hilarious
or
to you.
dwarf.
But here's something I think that's very important here. Usually the people telling you that little people is the word that you have to use now,
Yeah.
it's not usually the little people. It isn't. It's the fucking PC gags. Okay?
Yeah, no, I worked
Those are the
with one
catcalls that
on
are
a
doing
TV
it.
show, and
Yeah.
he really much preferred I called him John.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's-
Just,
Because I used to ask him, like, I was like, what do I call you,
Oh
John?
my
Should I
Call
call
me
you
John.
Midget John?
Don't
or
call me any
like
of that. That's so
Little
funny.
John?
Do you
Because that's
realize-
very,
Little
that's
John.
very, you know,
Very funny. Very funny.
I don't know. I kind of feel bad for people that have absolutely no control over like what happened to them at birth.
No, they
So-
chose it. They chose that.
Yeah, no.
It's not like he
Being a
chose-
little person is a choice.
Now, if he chose to be a little person drug addict, that's different. You know.
Then
what
you
I
have
mean?
little tiny meth, little tiny
Or a
heroin.
murderer.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wonder if
that'd
there
be
are
funny.
any
It's like, hey, little John, did all that smoking meth stunt your growth?
Nah, I just knocked out my teeth.
I wonder if there's any like serial killer dwarves out, or
Not
little
one.
people. Not one.
I know about serial killing.
Do
I've
you
no
know?
little
But
people
we're
serial
going to have to wrap up the show, but do you guys know like the history? And I assume this is true because I trusted the person that told me, but I don't have actual knowledge of it. But when they filmed The Wizard of Oz down in the Culver
Oh,
City
yeah.
area,
You know?
they had put all the little people, or the midgets, in the Culver City Hotel.
Yeah, they were crazy.
Yeah, they
I
had
heard they were
had
like screwing
orgies.
each other and
Yeah,
drinking and
absolutely.
doing drugs.
Yeah, okay, it's a true
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
And so they got thrown out of the Culver City Hotel. And so to this day in Culver City, there is a block where they had to build a bunch of little houses to hide
I
these
love that.
crazy
Yeah.
drinking
Yeah, it's
fucking
true.
dwarves.
Well,
It's true, and that's why hotels create mini bars.
I think we should end it there.
We are going to end it there. This has been another episode of Bad Advice. I want to thank everybody for joining us. What do you got going, Sal?
Hey,
Sal
I invite-
Rodriguez.
check out my YouTube channel. I am over 1 million views, nearly 2,000 subscribers on
Bragger.
my YouTube review channel, motherfuckers. YouTube.com/Salvador Los Angeles. Check out how I kick off Halloween toy figure reviews. October,
Nice.
thanks.
Emery.
Ardent Atheist, Skeptical Yours. You can find me on Twitter at Emery II.
I am Terry Joyce. I am on Revolution Radio, the Freedom of Joyce show on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I have one tonight. And Fridays, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm also on the Time for Hemp Network and iHeartRadio.
Wow, that's a lot. Marie.
I'm working on the new web series called The Misadventures of Delilah James with Ian Harvey and Ann Walker. So we're still finishing up. So keep looking for it at Marie Del Preti.
Cool. All right. Well, make sure you keep following us. Say Drew's Bad Advice. Check out the podcast. Make sure you get your shirts. I did talk to Flappers in Burbank, and we're going to be doing a Comics of Bad Advice show coming up.
Sweet.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. We are off next week because I have to go to my brother's wedding.
All right.
So
Your
I will
brother
be in
sucks.
Boston. I know. I'm very unhappy about it. But okay, Dave. Anyway, all right. Thanks for listening, and we will see you all next time.